It seems to be the only thing going around in the Mount & Blade community at the moment. After 2 years of Bannerlord being in early access, the questions are still rising. When is it going to fully release? And then, just a few weeks ago, after some leaks and hints, it seems like it might actually be coming this year after all. Every article and website under the sun seems to be projecting towards an October 25th release in 2022. So where did this all come from? Well, first of all, it started off with the PlayStation Game Side's Twitter. They tweeted that Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord finally coming to PlayStation 4 and 5 on the 25th of October 2022 at a price of $50. It then shows us some of the statistics about the game, saying that it's going to be 40 gigabytes on the PS4, 34 gigabytes on the PS5. It will have everything that we can expect on the multiplayer network features, and of course, will be played in 1080p and 4K. We already know that gamepads will be possible as well. This has been a feature that has been in the PC version for some time. They've been working on the radial menus for ordering troops around, so we know that definitely playing with controllers is a possibility. Along with this, something more interesting, it does say that it will have keyboard and mouse support in the second patch on the PlayStation, something that will of course take some working through and some peripherals to get around. We know that Prime Matter took over the publishing for the console versions of Bannerlord, and a while ago I actually made a video on the first leaks of it coming out on PlayStation 4 and 5 and Xbox as well. So we know for certain it will be coming out on those platforms. It was also massively successful with Mount & Blade Warband coming out on consoles a while ago once again. That really boosting the player base much further than we've seen even on the PC version. Just boosting up an old game to bring it into the modern day, and it seems like that's what's going to happen here. We don't yet know whether it's going to be cross-platform or even cross-generation in terms of multiplayer, but whilst this does say that we're going to have a PlayStation release date from PlayStation Game Size, of course, this is a PlayStation-focused Twitter account, but it does seem to make sense that the Xbox One and the Series S or X release date will be on the same date as well. This is because Prime Matter, who are developing those versions, did actually sign that deal with Tailwords Entertainment to release them, so it would make sense for them to do it all at the same time. But that brings us into the question: will this actually bring out the full PC release? We heard from multiple developer blogs that Bannerlord were planning on doing that kind of thing. When it comes out on console versions, it will be almost ready, if not ready to release on PC as well. This also being said, that we got on a developer blog back in August that a Q2 of 2022 would probably be when the full release of Bannerlord came out. Now, of course, that never happened. It doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. So maybe October this year makes a little more sense, especially since that's the year that Prime Matter, the new publishers for these console versions, seem to be stating. So whilst there hasn't been any confirmation from Tailwords so far, a lot of it does point towards there being a full release date for Bannerlord in October of 2022, along with the console versions. But this brings me on to my next question: does it really matter? You see, there's been a number of forum posts talking about this release date. It's been something that everybody has on their minds, but I'm wondering, why does it really matter? You see, we've had over 2 years of Bannerlord being in early access, and it's had so many updates in that time. They've added in new order of battle systems, the battle terrain, they've added in completely new assets and troops, and it goes on and on. And that's not even to mention the massive improvements in modding tools that have added so much to the actual gameplay and content within Bannerlord itself. So would a full release really come with all that much? Of course, there's the talk of multiplayer servers and custom servers coming to the game, and they are very, very close. It would make sense that with a full release that they bring out these custom servers at the same time. But other than that, I don't think the single player is going to change all that much between it being early access and being a full release. It almost just seems like a name change on the Steam platform to me, rather than being an actual big event. I think many people are hyping it up and wondering where this full release is without even questioning what it actually means for the game. They're still going to carry on developing it. Tailwords say they're nowhere near done with the game. They want to carry on patching, fixing, and adding in content. So it's not going to change after it has this full release tag on it. They're still going to carry on developing it in the same way. So whilst this is all kind of exciting, and whilst console players will finally get a game that they've been looking forward to, for PC players, I don't really think it means all that much. Maybe if there is cross-platform multiplayer with custom servers, it might boost the player base from that kind of dwindling aspect of the game, but other than that, I think it's going to be pretty much the same. But please let me know what you think down below. Do you think that this is going to be the confirmed release date, or do you think that it is just rumors at this point? I think there are too many things pointing towards it being the actual release date for the game for it to be just a coincidence, but I'd love to know your opinion. But leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, leave a dislike if you didn't. But until then, I will see you in the next one.